In 2002, Israel began constructing a wall. You've probably seen pictures of it, graffiti. Yo, hold on, freeze that one. Are you accusing Donald Trump of groping from the front? This is fake news. I grope people from the back. Liberal media bias. So Israel claimed it needed a wall for security.
Israel began building the wall in the early 2000s during a wave of suicide bombings that targeted Israelis.
The Israelis decided to build this after a wave of suicide attacks and bombings aimed at terrorizing Israeli citizens.
But as soon as Israel decided to build a wall, they had to figure out where to put it. And an Israeli military officer, who's now an expert, has said why they put it where they put it.
והוא נכנע להקים את הגדר. ברגע שנופלת ההחלטה להקים את הגדר, בעצם אצל שרון הגדר הופכת להיות מדינית.
By political, he means that the route of the wall was chosen to grab land, annex Jewish settlements, draw a de facto border. So about 85 to 90% of the wall is built in the occupied Palestinian territories. It's not even built on the so-called border, the green line, between Israel and Palestine. It's built inside the West Bank. So Israel is just gobbling up this huge chunk of Palestine, of the West Bank, into Israel. And they even have a name for this area that they're just gobbling up. They're calling it the Merchav HaTefer, or the seam zone. I guess when you're screwing over that many people, the semen's gotta go somewhere. Yeah, I'm sorry. So in this episode of Middle East Tonight, we're traveling to the West Bank, the occupied Palestinian territories, Palestine, call it whatever you want. Judea and Samaria, okay, don't call it that. We're traveling to the village of Bil'in to learn more about one of the villages, the most resilient village affected by the seam zone. We are in the Palestinian village of Bil'in, where the people have been protesting every single Friday for the past 13 years.
The Israeli army began building a separation wall between Bil'in and a nearby Israeli settlement.
The Israeli separation wall in the West Bank village of Bil'in.
Nonviolent resistance in Bil'in, a village in the West Bank.
Hold on, can we see that last one again?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, nobody's kidding you. This is serious. You think Israel's just kidding around? You think tomorrow Israel's gonna be like, hey guys, you remember that wall? We're just playing with you, we're gonna take it down. No, this is serious. One of the leaders of the protest movement here is a guy named Abdullah Abu Rahma. There's like 3 or 4 families in the whole town. One of them is the Khatibs. One of them is Abu Rahma. Ahlan. انت Abu Rahma? محمد أبو رحمة كيفك؟ بدك تسلم على أمريكا؟
أمريكا، أنا بحب أمريكا. في 5 عيال، في أبو رحمة، برناط، ضارب ياسين، النجار، الخطيب.
والله حفظت كلهم.
حفظهم كلهم العيال. 12 سنة بتعاني من الجدار والاستيطان، وأخذوا أرضنا. أنا والله بحبش أروح على الجدار. بحبش أروح على الجدار. أنا
ليه؟
بحبش أروح، بحب أشتغل عند اليهود. ما هو اللي بده يشتغل عند اليهود بديش يطب فيهم، بديش يأذيهم ولا يضرب عليهم ولا من الآخر يعني. بنحب نشتغل عندهم، بنضل محترمينهم، بيحترمونا.
There's a good report that Selim did years ago called Crossing the Line. They found that something like 1/3 of all labor in the West Bank was employed in Israel, and something like half of all the construction labor in Israel was Palestinian labor.
So Muhammad Abu Rahma doesn't protest because Israel would probably take away his work permit. And this is one of the ways Israel maintains control over the West Bank. It issues permits to Palestinians in the West Bank. Without a permit, they can't legally work in Israel.
The whole system seems to work in such a way that there's a sort of forced precariousness on this section of workforce.
Israel is dangling these work permits in front of Palestinians as a way to pressure them into acquiescence. It forces Palestinians to choose between a decent job and non-violent protest.
وبيعطوك تصريح تشتغل عند اليهود؟
بعطونا تصريح نشتغل، اوقات بنكون مرفوضين ما بعطونا تصريح، واوقات بكون في تصريح.
And that's one of the reasons why the protest movement failed in Beit Sida, a village just a few kilometers away from Bil'in. 78% of the workforce in Beit Sida works in Israel. And so after 3 months of protests, they canceled their permits. Fathers came home and attacked their children, their neighbors, telling them, if you don't stop, how will we put food on the table? And that's how their struggle ended. This place just looks like a war zone. I mean, there's barbed wire everywhere. There's burnt out tires.
Hi, my name is Zach Foster.
Cut. Well, how did that get in there?
But you told me to roll the montage with the burning tires.
90% of the wall, of this wall right here, is built on Palestinian farmland.
Cut.
But you told me to roll the montage with the burning fires. Tires.
There's some graffiti on the wall that says, boycott Israeli blood diamonds. Oh, jeez. Check out this very cool graffiti right here. No borders, no nations, just people. If this were a Friday, this would be practically a war zone. There'd be Israeli soldiers shooting tear gas canisters from that side of the wall. And there'd be Palestinian protesters on this side of the wall chanting, "We want peace! We want peace!" But it's a Wednesday, so there's nobody here. If you like this video and want to support the people of Bil'in, then at the very least, go check out the YouTube channels of Haitham al-Khatib, Hamdi Abu Rahma, Reeb, David Reeb. These guys are putting out videos every single week for more than a decade. I'm talking multiple YouTubers, multiple channels. Check the description and the links. Check the links in the description. I just wanted to say that. Subscribe to their channels, and also subscribe to this channel too. Until next time.